Solving a word problem using a system of linear inequalities. A gardener will use up to 230 square feet for planting flowers and vegetables. He wants the area used for vegetables to be at least 3 times the area used for flowers. Let x denote the area in square feet used for flowers. Let y denote the area in square feet used for vegetables. Shade the region corresponding to all values of x and y that satisfy these requirements. The first thing you want to do in any word problem is probably read it several times. Then once you're ready, translate the English into a mathematical symbol. Why don't we do that? Let's say the area used for vegetables that's spelled with an E, is actually y. And what is the area used for flowers? If you go back and read the problem, it says that is going to be translated to x. Going back to this sentence here, he wants the area used for vegetables to be at least 3 times the area used for flowers. What does that mean? Well, you take the area used for vegetables, and at least means what? You really want more. So that's y is greater than or equal to 3x. At least allows for the equal symbol. Shade the region corresponding to all values of x and y that satisfy these requirements. The gardener will use, going back to the first sentence, so once again, you're reading this problem many times. A gardener will use up to 230 square feet for planting flowers and vegetables. Going back to that one here. A gardener will use up to 230 square feet for planting flowers and vegetables. Well, that just means up to. What does up to mean? X plus y can't be more than 230 feet, so it'll be less than or equal to 230 square feet. The other thing you got to realize is a couple other things. X is greater than 0. And y is greater than 0. Let's go ahead and shade the corresponding regions. So you have one line that has the slope of 3, and this is not to scale, by the way. I'm just going to do a rough sketch here. I'm going to have a straight line that goes this way. And let's label this line y equals 3x. I'm actually going to label these green. And where is x greater than 0? Well, that is resembled by this vertical boundary here. And this vertical line is actually labeled x equals 0. How about y greater than 0? Y greater than 0 is going to be indicated by this line. So this line here is actually y equals 0. What about the blue line? line here is going to be something like this. Remember, this graph is not the scale. Blue line is something like that, right? There is an y-intercept here that's very convenient. That is actually 0, 230. So the y-intercept translated to an ordered pair is right there. Why don't we pick a test point here to make sure we know which way to shade. Do we shade to the left of the red line or to the right of the red line? So I'm going to test, let's say 500, 0. Let's see if this original inequality is true or false. That's false. So we're not going to shade 500, 0. In fact, the red line says we need to shade to the left of it. This blue one here is a little bit easier to test. You could just simply test the origin, 0, 0, and you're going to realize that is true. So here it does says shade 0, 0. So we're going to shade this way. And so I'm indicating which way I'm shading with the little arrows. The green lines here is a little bit more obvious. We're going to shade, I indicate with a black arrow here. We're going to shade that way, and this way, and this way, and this way, and this way. So notice x greater than 0, we're going to shade this way. X greater than 0, we shade this way. X greater than 0, we shade that way. Y greater than 0, we're going to shade up. Y greater than 0, we're going to shade up. Now, where all these arrows collide is actually going to be the solution to all our inequalities. And so if you look very, very closely, we're going to see that they collide right there in that little small triangle right here. So why don't we shade that in? I'm going to shade this little piece right there. And there it is. It'd be nice to label the corner points. It'd be nice to know what this point is. What is that point there? Let's see, y equals 3x. So 4x is 4x is equal to 4x is now equal to 230. So x is 230 over 4. That ordered pair is 230 over 4, comma, what would the y be? The y would be 3 times 230 over 4, right? Yeah, so there's the y coordinate there. This one obviously is 0, 0. Let's circle the answer to this problem. It is actually, make sure you circle your inequalities. You should show your test values as well. Those are very, very important. But the shading is even more important. That's where the shading comes from your test values. So why don't we circle our entire graph with all the labels, including the corner points.